Good morning, good afternoon, or evening. It's been a while since I made a video. Welcome to Peaceful Video Game Locations. This is a little bit of an experimental series. So this isn't quite a Let's Play. In fact, more so the point of this is so you guys can have something to put in the background when you're working on something or studying or whatever you want to do. This is just me hanging out in a spot I like in a video game and talking about stuff that I want to talk about. There will probably be some cuts here and there as I collect my thoughts on things. If you come into my streams, you know that I do stutter and struggle with my words sometimes, so I apologize if what I say gets a little muddled or if whatever I say doesn't make sense. Sometimes I feel like I have a habit of over-clarifying what I say, and in turn it becomes more confusing, not less confusing. So, yeah, for this first episode, we are at Lost Lake in Days Gone. And for now, actually, can I leave it on it?
Wait a sec.
Okay, sweet. So we're just gonna go around the perimeter because I really like the location of this base, it being, you know, in the middle of a lake. And it's nice that it's nighttime as well. So, oh yes, and I've been meaning for these since they're there's a shooting star. Because of the point of this series being almost like a video diary of sorts, I suppose. I'm going to mark the date of these recordings. This recording will probably come out quite a while after it's recorded, but today is the 21st of December 2024, just before Christmas. And yeah, I suppose first thing I'll mention is we might get into some fights given the nature of this game. But what the hell? Oh my god. Well, already some exciting stuff. I'll pull out my gun just in case. You might hear some gunshots. Sorry if that's startling. But yeah, as some of you may know, if you follow my art accounts or if you've come into my streams, you would know that while I was taking a trip to the US, my house unfortunately had a fire. But we are finally in the, I'd say, ending stages of that. Unfortunately, though, a lot of the flooring is still yet to be done. That includes my office, which I'm back into finally, but there's no carpeting down, so I apologize if the audio in this episode is... Let's see, I'll leave you alone if you'll leave me alone. No, I want to holster it. How do I holster it? We just holster it himself if he... I'm guessing he's just going to holster it himself if I leave it for long enough. Ooh, plant.
I can use these.
Anyway. Uh-oh. Oh no, we've got some trouble. Alright, I'm going to try and avoid fights if I can. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to. Sorry. Sorry, you attacked me, so... Sorry. I won't let you go to waste, though.
Fresh meat.
Oh, I think there's another wolf around. Or is that a zombie? I think that's a zombie. Anyway. Yeah, sorry to break up the peaceful atmosphere that I'm trying to create here, but, yeah, oh shit. Okay. Try to make it quick. Oh shit. Alright.
Okay. More bounties.
Yeah, sorry. I might not have picked a good game to start us off with, but too bad, here we are. Did I heal? I did. Okay. Alright, well, got a bounty from that, but, what was I saying? See, this is what I'm talking about. I lose my train of thought quite easily. If something distracts me, I generally will...
In St. John,
Oh my
this
god.
is Lost Lake.
Sorry about that. Got a little, radio call. I'm gonna try and keep spoilers of the games that I'm playing, or the story of, whatever I'm playing, generally out of what I'm talking about. But, yes, the sound. There's no carpeting at the moment, no rugs down, so might be a little bit... I'm gonna try and avoid that guy. Might be a little bit echoey. I've put a pillow underneath the microphone, so hopefully that that helps a little bit. And also, for some reason I can't get my pop filter over my mic. It's just not going on like it used to.
Okay.
I don't know if the fitting's just
There
getting
we go.
old. But
What
yeah, I couldn't get it on. Wait. Did I just pick up a remote bomb? I did. What the hell? Why do I have... What are these for? Okay, well that's cool. But yeah, hopefully there's no plosives, so hopefully my breath won't hit the mic too hard in this. But we'll go for a swim, considering the unsavories over there. But I suppose I'll start with talking about this game. Again, I'll try and keep spoilers out of it, but like make a little light review of where I'm at the moment in this game. I'm not actually sure how far in the story I am, but so far this game's been a perfect 7 out of 10 game, if that makes sense. It's very much a AAA game, very much like the Ubisoft Far Cry formula. You know, the open world with a bunch of busy work to do. But I feel like it does enough to be like sort of fun on its own to warrant those couple extra points above a 5, if that makes sense. Not that the 10 out of, or the 0 to 10 scale is perfect, but I hope that gets across what I mean. Okay, okay, yeah, so he does put it away if I wait long enough. But yeah, I enjoy the world of this game quite a bit. I like this sort of Midwestern setting. I believe it's Oregon, but I'm not quite sure. Deacon, our protagonist, you can't really see it, but on his cap it says Oregon. So I'm assuming that this is Oregon. But it's nice. I like the motorbike mechanic. I think it really does a lot. Though, like a lot of AAA games, I find that it doesn't lean into its strong points enough. So, like with Far Cry New Dawn, I thought the whole like craftable weapon, well, Far Cry New Dawn and Far Cry 6, because both have like a craftable weapon system, but it feels like neither really leaned into that very much. It was sort of, because I think Far Cry 6 had a very, like, you collected the resources, but you didn't make it. It was basically currency to buy those sort of makeshift weapons. But I felt like if they expanded on that, it would have been, like, pretty groundbreaking Far Cry. You know, having super customizable weapons, you know, sort of having, like, Far Cry 4's, not Far Cry, Fallout 4's weapon system where you can swap out barrels and stuff. I feel like that would have been really cool with Far Cry. But yeah, this game, I feel like the motorbike mechanic is really good. But if they leaned into it even more, I feel like that would have made this game stand out even more. Because from what I understand, this game didn't really get much fanfare when it released. which is kind of understandable because it's another like AAA zombie game. You know, we got plenty of those already. I actually decided to pick this up on sale because of GameRank's recommendation. Saying not exactly that it was underrated. They might have used that word. I don't know. I know if Dylan's watching this video, he's probably cringing right now, but their words, not mine, Dylan. But you know, just that like a lot of people didn't give this game a chance. Which again, I think is understandable. AAA zombie games are kind of a dime a dozen, so kind of makes sense you wouldn't want to get another one. But yeah, I think if like, you know, if something breaks on your bike instead of having to look for just scrap, right? Because how this game works is if your bike breaks down, you can just use scrap, like any scrap, to fix it up. I feel like if they like, you know, studied motorbikes and then like you actually had to find a replacement part for that thing on your bike, I feel like it would have made this game a lot more, let's see, we'll keep walking the foot trail. I feel like it would have made it much more unique. Because then you could check like traders and stuff for extra parts. You know, you could spend like an absorbent? What the hell? Abhorrent amount of money, like on a new part for your bike, or spend an abhorrent amount of time looking for that part. You know, giving the player that sort of dilemma, I suppose, on how they want to approach repairing their bike if it needs repairs. It also make you like much more careful when driving around, because at the moment it's like scrap's really easy to find, and so is gasoline. Funnily enough, you know, the merchants make like reference to that. Oh, gasoline's like in a shortage, right? But there's gas cans all over the map. You know, it's like I barely have to buy gasoline from the traders because there's just so much around the map. So, but I feel like if, you know, you had to worry about individual parts breaking and stuff, you would drive a lot more carefully. You would care for the bike more, because you know if you break an important part, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. But yeah, I feel like that's the problem with a lot of AAA games. Like a lot of AAA games, you know, they have all the employees and the writers and stuff that to make something really good, but they never really lean into it much, you know? I feel like, which, you know, it makes sense. You're going for the biggest possible audience. You know, it's a whole marketing thing rather than a developer thing, I know. But, you know, I feel like I feel like it's the risky games that have the most staying power. You know, the games that not everyone's gonna like. So, oh, our shadow's a little bit off there. Oh well. Like Papers, Please. Papers, Please, I feel like to everyone that played it, it's like you're not gonna forget your time playing Papers, Please. But it's definitely not a game for everyone, you know. You know, it's definitely a weird idea. You know, a game about doing literal paperwork doesn't sound that engaging, but you know, they have a pretty engaging story and all that. You know, Undertale made its genocide route purposefully tedious to discourage you from doing it. You know, it's those sort of controversial choices. Sorry. That's another bad habit I have. I don't enunciate enough sometimes. It's the games that have those controversial decisions in them, I think, that makes them sort of worthwhile. This is nice. We got to see the fade from night to day. I do like seeing the night sky in this game. It's really pretty. I've used photo mode a couple times and taken some pretty nice shots. But actually, another thing, I don't think this game needed to be a zombie game. I think if they just had like a more general disease that was just killing people rather than turning them into zombies, because especially when this came out, I think this is 2018 game. You know, as previously mentioned, AAA zombie games are pretty much everywhere. Even now, I feel like they're pretty much everywhere. It's definitely toned down, but you know, it's definitely still an oversaturated market, I'd say. But I don't think it needed to be a zombie virus. I think if they did what The Division did, where it was just, well, I guess it's a little touchy, but you know, it made a very COVID-19-esque disease. It would have made this world feel a little more grounded. Because I have a suspicion that this game wasn't meant to be a zombie game initially, because in cutscenes, it doesn't feel like the characters don't feel like they mention the zombies very much. It feels like a very tacked on sort of feature of this game. Because it feels like all the cutscenes in the story were structured around not having zombies in them, but now there's zombies everywhere, you know? There is a whole plot with, like, the disease and, well, at least from how I've interpreted it. Oh, our foot trail ends here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's Lost Lake over there. Oh, we still got a bit to go. But, what was I saying? Again, my terrible short-term memory. Yes, the zombies. So, I hear motorbikes. At least I thought I heard motorbikes. But, oh, police car, I might get some ammo from that. Sorry, one moment. Let me just, quell my distraction itch. Ah, yes, there we go. 6 rifle ammo. I think I'm full on rifle ammo, so yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, the zombie virus in this game just doesn't feel like it belongs. It feels very much like the marketing team went, "Oh, well, zombies are popular, so we need your game to have zombies in it." But I feel like if the enemies were just the other camps and cultists and raiders, I feel like that would have been fine. The zombies just kind of feel like an annoyance rather than an actually, like, thought out feature of the game. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like there was much thought put into the zombies. It feels very, very tacked on to me. Yeah, I kind of wish they just made it a general virus and they quarantine the state or area. I'm still not quite sure why all of the people in this so far are staying where they are. But anyway. Another cultist thing, yeah. Keep out. Okay, there might be a cultist camp up here. I don't think I want to get into a fight right now. Oh, I've got enough kerosene. That's alright. Damn, the cultists do laundry. Actually, I think I might have hit this already. Doesn't seem like there's anyone here, does it? Yeah, I think I might have already hit this place. Or maybe they're not here at the moment. There's no traps around either. So, what was that? Oh, 2x4. Okay. Yeah, so today, another thing about the fire. My bed, unfortunately, was something that perished in the fire. Not so much from the fire, but the amount of water from the firefighters coming in. So, and it was very, like, sooty water. So, yeah, no, that bed was not not salvageable, and they put it down as a non-recoverable. And yeah, well, my parents were gracious enough to pay for a sofa bed for me. And today I went to Target and I picked up a pet blanket because I want my 2 dogs to be able to come up on the couch with me. I have an idea of how I want to set up this office now. I call it an office, but it's my bedroom. Let's be real. But it'll be in line with the TV, so it'll be nice when it's in couch form and in bed form, because then I can watch movies and stuff while I'm all snuggled in. But yeah, I wanted to get a thick blanket to put over so that my stinky dogs can can get on the couch with me, and I don't have to worry too much. I had them come up today. Had them try out the blanket. My big dog, Scoot, sat on it for a bit and then climbed off. So I don't know if the texture was weird for him, but my other dog, Floofy, she fell asleep on the blanket, so I guess that's a good sign. But I picked a good blanket, hopefully. But the dog, I'll show a picture of the packaging. So anyone listening, you might want to look at the screen if you're interested. Looks like those mulch meme dogs. If you guys know what I mean, there's like this dog. It's like very curly, very fluffy. Kind of looks very round. But there's all these memes of like I think it's an AI generated like kid's voice going like, "Oh, I love mulch. I have a heart full of love and a tummy full of dirt," and stuff like that. And the dog on the packaging looked very much like the same type of dog. I'm not sure what the breed is. I don't really know my dog breeds. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same breed. When I picked up the blanket, I'm like, yeah, this one. It's got the mulch dog on it. Okay, we're nearly back to walking back into Lost Lake. We'll still walk around the actual camp area, but I thought for at least the morning, I suppose, we could walk around the perimeter around the lake. I feel like that's the appeal of this place. Though I suppose to get back into this game, the story has enough mystery in it that I do legitimately want to keep playing to see what happens. Which I feel like is something that a lot of AAA games struggle with nowadays. Like, their stories are either really convoluted that they're really hard to follow, or like so predictable that you've already played, through a story like that 1,000 times. And I don't know if it's a too many chefs in the kitchen issue, with AAA studios, too many writers maybe. But, it's like, man, it's disappointing because AAA games have the capacity to make these really grand games, and it just feels like, busy work sims, I suppose, as some people have been calling them. Which I'd say is pretty accurate. But I know this is a point I think a lot of people have already made. Yakuza, especially Yakuza 0, I think is a good example of a very well-structured open world game, because it's not super open, right? It's a very condensed, open, but still open world. But it doesn't feel like it's open for the sake of being open. It feels like, okay, that there's thought to the structure, Whereas like, I'd say Far Cry, I'd say a prime example of like a map without much thought into it is Far Cry 5. I did not like Far Cry 5, to be honest. I actually enjoyed Far Cry 6 more than I enjoyed Far Cry 5. And New Dawn for that matter. But Far Cry 5, it's just like, it's flat grasslands, it's not very exciting. It's not really that fun to explore. I feel like a good open world is one where I cannot use the fast travel and still like be entertained by the world itself. My favorite Far Cry game is Far Cry 4 because I feel like the map of Far Cry 4 is really well laid out. It's got that kind of Nepal inspired environment with the high mountains. You know, it's got the Himalayas nearby. And you know, it got a lot of like sort of cultural influence to it. Obviously, you know, I can't attest to whether the depiction of Nepal is very accurate in that game. I've never been there. Though I suppose they're not claiming to be Nepal. It's just very obviously inspired by Nepal. So, but I liked the sort of political story in Far Cry 4. It felt like the world was made to be explored, not as an excuse to make it from A to B. I personally call it Hyrule Field Syndrome, specifically from Ocarina of Time. I know people say it's a timeless game, but I personally, I can't play it, because, you know, it's like, okay, I understand the open world was like a really big deal at the time, but it's an empty field. You know, Hyrule Field isn't exciting anymore. It's yeah, like Far Cry 5. It's flat grasslands. It's flat grasslands. It's just not very exciting. You know, I've tried multiple times to like finish Ocarina of Time. I just can't bring myself to do it. I can't bring myself to face. Is that my bike? I thought I parked it somewhere different. Oh, it is my bike. All right, we're back where we started. Actually, we've managed to walk. Not that we've made any progress, but I'm gonna quick save. I should practice not saying I should just let my mind think of what to say next instead of saying is a bad habit. I feel like if you want to get better at speaking, practice refraining from saying just let yourself sit in that like silence, I feel. I think you imagine it's less awkward, but I think it actually isn't. I think it's actually better to just have silence instead of filling all the dead air with ums and ahs. I might have got that from my acting teacher. He always, see, I'm doing it again. Doing it again. He always had us talk about our week, something exciting happening in our week. And he would always challenge us to say it without any ums or ahs. And clearly I didn't learn from it, because I keep saying it, but yeah. I don't know if there's anywhere else I can really explore here. We can go to the kitchen. I guess we can sell that wolf meat we got at the start of our little walk. That's another thing.
That's all I got.
I feel like, again, this game could expand on its mechanics a little more. You know, I feel like that's... But, you know, the kitchen, it's like, you could do like with what Monster Hunter does. You know, don't get as ridiculous as Monster Hunter, but, you know, have some meals you can make. Or something like that, that gives you a status buff for a certain amount of time. You know, you might argue realism, but this game's got like these health cocktail, stamina cocktail, focus cocktail, these weird things you can make out of different ingredients. I'm not even sure what they require. Rag. Yeah, like rag? Why do you need a rag? I shouldn't have sold all of that, because I could be using that to make these cocktails. Like, yeah, I think I just sold a berry back there. Anyway, here's the campfire I think we started at. Yeah, this is the area that we began our walk. There's the gate we went out of. I don't think I have much to talk about anymore. So, yeah, hope everyone enjoyed this this little talk. Again, this is just a little video diary, I suppose, or audio diary, however you want to see this, because the visuals don't really have much to do with what I'm talking about. But I suppose you could see this as a weird game review vlog hybrid, I suppose. I don't know. I feel like we're kind of losing a lot of the old YouTube. I do feel like there's a little bit of a renaissance going on. I have noticed that there's a few channels that do like Minecraft stuff. It's just people talking about stuff while playing Minecraft. So I suppose this video is kind of like that, but with different games. And that maybe I'll do one or play Minecraft or something. I'd need to install that again. I haven't played that for years. Last time I checked, Minecraft was well, there was so much stuff added that it was like a completely unrecognizable game to me. It's like there was netherite, so diamonds weren't the strongest thing anymore. There were these like pillagers or something. Like you actually had hostile. Oh, drive to location. I didn't mean to activate that, but all right. I'm gonna avoid that area because I don't really want to do a mission right now. But there's just so much stuff that I'm like, this is Minecraft? Whoa, what is this? And there's like castles and towers and stuff now, and like there's a meta to the game, like building your own kingdom around a village or something. I don't know. It feels like a completely different game from when I was playing. And from what I've seen online, that's a common sentiment, so I'm not really gonna act like I'm special for saying that or saying anything new. It's just, yeah, I see where people are coming from, so. But, yeah, maybe I should give it another whirl, you know, rediscover Minecraft, I suppose, with all its new features and stuff. And, yeah, hopefully I can get back to streaming. Oh, that's another thing with my whole house thing. The furniture can't come back until the flooring goes down. That's why this video is probably going to come out like way after I've recorded it, because we don't have internet right now. We are going off mobile data. So I don't have a lot of that. So I'm definitely not going to be uploading any videos through my mobile data. I'll definitely be waiting to upload this once we have our modem back, but yeah. Anyway, I meant to end this a few minutes ago, so we'll end it at this this fire barrel and booze. What do we got here? It's like beer. That looks like just Coca-Cola. Anyway. Moonshine, got some moonshine going on. All right, let's find a nice scene. Yeah, this is a nice scene. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for coming with me on this little walk through Oregon, around Lost Lake. This is just a camp that spoke to me, location-wise, and I hope to make some more of these videos. Bring up some other locations and games I like. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video or stream or however you'll be engaging with me. And oh, it's starting to rain. See, perfect timing. Maybe let's get an undercover. undercover. I think my problem is I try to speak too fast. I try and get my words out too fast. All right. Yeah. Oh, there's a hole in the roof. Right, that's okay. There's no hole in the roof here. We'll end it in this bathroom. Alright, well, again, thank you for coming with me on this walk. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you wherever on the internet we may cross. So, yeah, see ya.